All right, Zach, let's continue.
What a lovely place.
So yeah, let's go down into the evil-looking basin with the weird evil hand.
Sweet.
Typical.
I mean, when we got here the first time, with the art gallery, I thought that the first visit would have been, oh, he's gonna have one of the darker overworld sections in it because it does look sinister. But no, we reserved it for the second time again there.
It would have been too easy for it to be the first time in an art gallery. Yeah, that's the thing though. Art galleries tend to be quite a common setting for horror.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, now you have to fight this gal a total of like 3 times in this
Back
section.
off, Lilo.
Yeah. Sorry, Lilo.
But there was one indie horror game that Nitro had reviewed that was centered around an art gallery. I forgot what it's called.
Here's something you need to know when it comes to fighting this character. She cannot be killed with weapons. You have to use melee weapons.
Huh.
I think you mean
Guns.
Eep, Tio?
Sorry, Shiri?
Eep?
It might be.
What,
The name is just
Parasite?
No, the name is just escaping me. I'm gonna search in the meantime.
Because he does review a lot of RPG horror games. RPG Maker
done
horror
with
games.
RPG Maker, yes.
Okay. And there she is again.
Again.
Don't let her touch you, because of course she will put her hand on your mouth, which is
That's very rude.
Again, if you don't want to be afraid of the ring wraith lady, just remember that she's now voiced by Lilo.
sucks for you. I'm a Jedi.
That too.
All right, and there we
Will
go.
that be a twist? Lilo turns out to be a Jedi.
Well, in that case, maybe she's a Sith, since York is the Jedi here. Use the Force,
True.
York.
Anyway, yes, Shiro, you're correct. It's Ib.
Ebe.
Basically, on the trend, ever since Humaniki started, this kind of trend of horror games done with RPG Maker, a lot of minor projects started following in its wake. On the same idea. And one of these is that game, Ib, which is, like I mentioned, set in an art gallery. It's about this little girl that is going with her family on this art gallery as a trip, but spooky shenanigans start to happen. She finds herself in a sort of an alternate version of the art gallery. She has to escape it, and she finds other people that can she potentially save.
Interesting.
It was a favorite of mine at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Ebe. So is that like EEB or
No,
IB.
IB.
Again,
It's
weird
just her name.
Oh, her name's Ib.
Also,
If, Yeah, I got a question actually. If York was a Sith, what would his Sith name be?
That's
Darth. I don't know. Darth Zach. I don't know.
Darth Coffee.
That sounds so underwhelming.
Zack will probably be the ghost, the Force ghost spirit he talks to.
It would be Darth Coffee. Or
Yeah.
Darth Premonition.
Doc.
To be fair, the laws of Star Wars may say that something that we take for granted like coffee might be an alien concept, abstract concept for them.
Beautiful.
You were supposed to bring balance to the coffee, not destroy it.
So he's Darth Caffeine.
Yes, there you go. There, that's perfect. Darth caffeine.
His soul is just as black as the coffee.
He's more coffee than man now.
Yes.
I thought we were.
Describing Godo there.
I thought we were talking about York, not Shiro.
Well, remember. Well, actually,
Oh no, wait, sorry.
isn't
Tea
she?
She always
person.
speaks tea, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't
not
tea more?
black, Dweebs.
Isn't tea more she always thing? But whatever.
Yeah.
Also, tea ranges from colors, are usually like red.
So what would Shiro be Darth
Black
Tea?
tea is a
Very,
thing.
very good, York. Eat the cherry pie that you found in a crate in this basement.
Very tasty and totally not full of germs.
Of course.
Wash your hands,
Exactly.
York, please.
York is unhygienic.
Alright, and that's it. This is the end of the level, which means now we're literally about to get bombarded with 45 minutes of story. So sit back.
Metal Gear.
Well, this is a big...
Yes, it's when the-
Well, to be fair, this is a big turning point in the story, so it does make
I
sense.
can imagine that. No, they even allow you to... York, I don't think you should shave in this place.
And alright, and there we go. Why are all of these doors locked with, you know, whatever?
Generic lockets, yeah.
And that's it. Leveled over.
Oh, okay.
Can we go home now?
No,
Oh.
Why?
because now it's time for...
Still with that weird pig, weird sculpture. Oh, so now York is noticing it.
Oh, hey, Nick. So we were right, he did come here.
I mean, and he's dead?
Nah,
just knocked out.
no, just knocked out. Very good, Jova.
Huh.
Remember, Teo, the killer only kills women.
True. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, I think I know who's up there.
Speaking of that,
Yeah, Diane. A true art form. Damn. Please don't shoot me.
It's
Hey.
pouring with rain out here, damn it.
well, actually, Shira, right now they're under the thing. You know, like right now they're not on the place where the rain will fall on them. Under the roof.
So, we came here too late again. Damn it.
Well, that's the thing too. That's probably why the killer locked the door from the inside to make sure we wouldn't
Also-
get here.
She's still alive.
Oh,
Oh, she's still alive! Holy crap!
okay,
Now,
York.
no one do anything.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
York
okay.
agrees with you. Don't worry.
Oh, Diane, don't.
Yeah. Okay, Sheriff, Sheriff Numnuts, don't do anything stupid again.
What are you doing?
What? Well, that's the thing. They're trying to take that thing to move that thing away from under her. So George will try that. He's stronger.
What if they thought that you'd do that?
Well, Shiroi, we have to do something. We can't just stay here and look at her.
Shit!
Good one, Georgie.
Wow, jeez.
All right, now it's time for York to do a heroic leap.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's now or never.
Come on, York.
There's way too many close-ups.
Wee! Slow-mo!
I believe I can fly.
And got her. There you go.
Got him.
Let me guess. She dies
GG.
from.
They're all gonna fall into him.
Okay, George, now catch us.
He will.
There we. Well, I guess the thumbnail was right. George did caught something this big.
Wow, that was weirdly amusing.
That's this game in a nutshell.
Well,
Something that's supposed to be
There you go,
gruesome ends up looking awfully amusing.
there you go. This time we did things properly.
So York broke everything. Well, anything.
She still dies after all of this.
Well, that
maybe,
depends
maybe
on.
she has sustained too much blood loss.
Remember, there's blood loss, so. Well, at least
Thomas, what are you doing?
Well,
God help you, it's your moron!
well, look at it this way. At least we tried.
Yes, I'm okay. I think I'm too old.
Yeah, no kidding, York.
Ryan looks okay too.
Huh.
There you go, Java. There's your answer. You can't get in Smash now.
But you, George, quite a catch. I'm impressed.
Ah, the broom effect.
Oh gosh.
Agent York, your face is lighting up.
What's
Oh,
wrong?
it's contagious.
Oh god.
Whoa!
Apparently the light is coming from her and she's standing up after all that.
Diane, what are you doing? Oh yeah, that's right. The cut tongue.
How is she not in agony?
That's the thing, Shiroi. I think she's way too insane to even realize it.
I get the feeling she was always insane.
Oh, red seeds.
Oh.
There you go. Man, this killer is a fucking sicko. He literally stuffed her with red seeds, he cut her, and put her over that thing. Jesus.
And yet she gets up just fine to talk about the tree.
And how oddly sexually supposed to be.
You know, maybe she's just in so much shock that her body isn't responding as it
Hang
should.
on, wait a minute. Characters we thought to have
Nick?
died only to come back to life after it turns out they faked their deaths. What is this?
Yeah,
Saw?
no, just stay there.
Well, this is inspired by horror media, so maybe, I don't know. Oh shit.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Oh no.
ah.
Well, at least this time Nick was the culprit. Get out of
Move,
there.
lady.
Diane, move.
Diane, no! Move!
Whoa.
Oh crap.
What is she doing?
Yoke to the rescue.
Yay! How many times do we have to do this?
Well, we're the hero, Theo, so I guess it's kind of our job.
Maybe in the span of a car.
Well, at least we tried.
To be fair, it seemed like
yeah,
Diane.
it was like that's the participation.
Rigor mortis, oh
Last
shit! Oh crap.
It seemed like Diane borderline wanted to die.
I thought Rick and Mortis doesn't set into way.
Okay, I'm not a forensic expert, so I don't know how much time it takes. I think it might be a case-to-case scenario, but don't quote me on that.
I thought Rick and Mortis doesn't set until way later after you died.
I don't know. Oh god.
Emily,
calm down.
she needs a therapist. And fast.
I requested Thomas.
It's a bit late for that, my dude.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
It's weird though.
Enjoyable noises.
So yeah, the raincoat killer took yet another victim.
Although it's weird, in this case, Diane seemed like she wanted to die. Something's a little weird.
So,
Well, Jovan, maybe there's more to the truth than we think.
Can I have
Yeah.
a time, please? Real quick.
Go to 13.
Alright.
Can you hear that?
It's the rain, Emily. Yes.
Ready.
Almost there.
Oh, Willie!
Oh, go. And go. Also,
Okay.
that's
Doggo.
not, that's not the proper soundtrack for this.
No, remember, Theo, right now we're supposed to realize that Willie has got the answer for us, so...
I know, but it's a bit, still dissonant.
Yeah, it is.
I'm sorry,
Theo.
I start to understand a bit what you probably felt for stuff like Time and Eternity.
Well, Tia. Yeah, that's kind of this game's thing in a nutshell. I mean, look, while this game is an interesting experience, we can't forget that it is technically
A bad game.
Bad game overall.
I don't know.
Like in a sense that it's a badly constructed game. I think that's the best way to put it. It's a good game that's badly constructed. I think that's the best way to put it.
Soundtrack dissonance aside, I haven't found anything particularly, to complain. Sure, you can argue again graphical fidelity,
The sound mixing,
the hand gesture.
Well, not only that, Tio, but the gameplay is pretty bad and the controls suck. And let's not forget,
trust me, Theo.
making
Trust
the
me, Theo.
combat look a lot easier because
cheating.
he's got the best weapons.
Trust me, Theo. The gameplay is not really that good.
And when the gameplay of your game is not good, well, it may not
It's
matter how
functional.
good a story it is.
It's functional. It's not broken.
That's what I always say.
It's functional. Like in the sense that it's not like it's broken or anything. It's functional. It's just like
Besides, if the gameplay for a game sucks, but the story's better than it, I'll just watch it on YouTube, not buy the thing.
Well, that's what you're doing with us anyway. So.
Yeah,
They are. That proves my point exactly.
York.
It's one of those cases where in order to properly enjoy the gameplay, you have to have grown up with the old Resident Evil games and stuff like that.
I called an ambulance, but
I know. Keep an eye on George and Nick. We might still need it.
I think what the game could have used would have been something like what Ace Attorney has, like an investigation core theme, like
Make it
a more serious
sorry,
sounding
go on.
investigation theme for scenes like these.
Not just that, for the things that he treated, sure, keep the 3D aspect, but make it more of an actual visual novel of sorts.
Alright.
But
So let's see what Willie wants.
Diane's murder of sorts really does paint an interesting picture, though.
Well, and Willie's presence
Because we're in a gallery.
Willie's presence start to, make me reinforce a bit the suspects that I'm having right now. But again, I want to save them for a later time.
Maybe some of the victims were brainwashed into helping the killer kill themselves. Like I said.
Well, okay, Jova. There is a thing I think we haven't talked, at least for us. Jorgen has mentioned it, but I think us discussing the theory, we kind of glossed over. Sure, the impetus was the killing of Anna and I guess now of other people that lived here. But don't forget that York has been investigating this thing for a long time, and this is the first time he's coming to Greenvale. So this hypothetical killer has been doing stuff in other cities.
Yeah.
Now, aside from Diane, who's the other person who get out of town most?
York?
No, Peter Griffin.
Yes. Well, I will say this: he kind of feels like too easy of a suspect because
He also deals with the saplings, which might connect to the red seeds.
That said, though, wouldn't it be a little too easy for it to be him again? I mean,
Maybe he's manipulated by someone else, I guess, but it's still very strong suspicion at the moment. I thought that Diane was instead her controlling him, but no, I guess.
Nope.
Well, like you yourself said to you,
Diane is completely innocent too, I can tell you that.
Oh wow.
I guess, considering how she's dead.
Not just that, Jova. She wasn't like if you have a suspicion that her and Nick were having some kind of affair. No, not even that. That's the thing. Diane was nothing but a red herring.
Well, yeah, pretty much. Again, that's why I wonder if Peter Griffin might be a red herring as well, because
I guess
he's too smart to be Peter Griffin.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
Do you remember that time we're stuck in a video game?
So, Willie, you've been basically leading us throughout this entire gallery. Do you actually have something you want to show us? Let's see.
No, he wants attention.
He just wants to be fed,
My
probably.
collection of doggy bones.
You can't fed the dog, 0 out of 10.
I'll get back to you on that, Shuri.
Anyway, like I said,
Oh my god, you can pet the dog.
No, you can't.
Oh, then what's that to get back to me?
I can't say what. But anyway.
Anyway, like I said,
Oh, this is a horror game. They're gonna kill the doggo.
No. The doggo doesn't die.
Oh, sure.
We'll leave.
Right. Resident Evil 4 does not kill the doggo. In fact, Resident Evil 4 does great things with the doggo.
Alright, so let's see.
Only the dogs get to live.
Oh,
Secret
passage, of course.
Of course.
Another one.
A classic.
Another
Well,
one.
this is an art gallery.
Alright, let's see what's going on in here.
Oh, there's another basement.
Oh, look, it's a
And
sapling.
the sapling.
Kaizen, are you in there?
Willie, are you out there?
Oh, he is. What are you doing here, Kaizen?
So that's why the dog brought us here.
Yeah, he wanted us to save his owner.
Thank God, I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kason, stand away from the door.
Yeah, I guess that
And
works.
he shot Kason by mistake.
Well, that's why he said this, for him to get away from the door. Oh, look at that kiss mark on his cheek. Someone's been naughty.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you.
Actually, you do.
He's the
Yeah.
fucking FBI.
You're a key witness in this case, so yes, you have to.
And considering the circumstances, yeah, you kind of have to
You're
talk.
now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Well, I just came here to talk with Diane, to have a conversation.
And I suppose that
That's why
kiss
you
mark
were-
on your cheek is from your conversation.
Yeah.
This was just a spur of the moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Right.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now?
How'd that end up with you locked in a cellar?
He's about to explain.
It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see? This time is no different.
Nah, and I thought you just
I
like coming for
bumped
the
into her at a
trees.
bar in
Oh,
Seattle.
maybe Wolf.
I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out. Anyway, how can
Yeah, so York's sterile disapproval stays all.
locked from the outside?
I mean, maybe the wife somehow knows and she's setting him up.
He makes a good point though too. How could he have killed Diane if he was locked in there?
Enjoying
And it's not like he could have locked it
He
himself.
roofed her drink because she was like in that catatonic. So to be fair, no, he
There you
still
go.
needed someone to actually.
Apparently, when Nick came in, she asked Kazan to go in there and locked him in.
Okay, I have
And
no
as
clue
far
because
as-
someone needed physically to still tie her up there.
Wait a minute, I wonder, what if she was trying to keep him safe because she knew the Renko killer was coming?
That's a good supposition, Joe. Maybe that's it.
Oh.
Who knows?
There's no way he could have gotten out of that because from what we've seen, that lock only works one way.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not like
Shira, we haven't seen what's under there. For all we know, there's another entrance somewhere else connected to this one.
Well, the doggo got out somehow, unless the doggo was somewhere else.
They're actually going to address that in a moment too. Just wait a bit.
All right.
Wait, you really wanted to be Kaysen.
Our killer.
I don't know, Joe, but something just doesn't feel right.
Well, remember, Joe, for the very first time when Kazan showed up, Theo disliked him immediately.
Okay, to be fair, the very first time I was mostly joking, but over time, I don't know, something seems unsettling about him.
Well, to be fair to you, that's kind of like how I felt about Diane, and well, shock of all shocks, she turned out to
Which
be
is what,
the killer.
again, I was also on that board later on thinking Diane was, but hold on.
But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was either. Of course, Kaysen.
Probably the
Everyone's
killer.
Boy, everyone just wanted to see Diane that night.
No other way in or out of
Also, Tio, you judged him because of how
means
nice
there's
he
no
was.
evidence of his
Of
involvement.
course,
Damn.
Leroy.
He's not a Scooby-Doo villain,
It's
Tio.
People
like-
can't just be nice.
It's kind of like 2003's Kingpin said, no one's innocent.
And Nick was wearing
I wish I'd have done the FIFA 19 journey so far intros like this.
which is why we have Nick in custody and have to
Or you can use it for the whatever.
It seemed like the only
Well,
option.
He's already asked me what the song is, so he can use it. Don't worry.
George looked
Okay.
very depressed.
Yeah, I got the song, just not this style of intro, so...
So instead of a latent style intro, it'll be this, I guess.
Well, why not? Just for variety's sake.
Yeah.
Away from him. I wonder what's left.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
Enough muscle.
George is probably getting a bit too affected, as we saw when we talked to him earlier. We talked over it, but George is starting to get really affected by
Oh,
all
so
of
is
this.
Helen as well.
So is Emily. You mean? Emily, you mean?
Don't you mean Emily?
Emily, sorry.
I
And
don't blame
Thomas is
either of
already
Like they said before. Up until this point, all the crimes they've ever endured were petty robberies and shit like that. Nothing on this scale. So, yeah.
Which means that thanks to these maneuvers, the killer
Alright.
effectively sort of moved.
All right, everybody. Now here's an important stuff. There you go. Yeah, true. This killer is quite. Yeah.
Looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Yeah, this is not gonna look good to our bosses. It's not.
You have a moment.
Oh,
What is it, George?
what is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
Oh.
Middle Ray York.
Of course, we don't really have to.
The man's leather jacket is already ruined.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, two's over for this.
We can go drinking.
Go York, chug away.
And head back to the hotel.
Nah, let's go for a drink, York. Why not?
So, like, let me guess. If you turn him down, you won't get the story bits.
No.
George,
13
that
past,
scar
huh?
on your cheek.
Where's...
Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard.
Let me guess, a dog did
Used to
it.
climb it a lot.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Let's see.
Fall out of it a lot.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother.
Oh. Oh, no.
Ah.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I
Oh, joy. You got the excellent set. Deadbeat dad and
Abusive
overbearing
mom. Abusive mom.
I think overbearing's an understatement.
Yeah, abusive more like.
Oh, fantastic.
The worst was what she
Which explains why he has those scars on his back.
She'd whip my back
Okay,
with these
beyond
thin,
abusive,
tree
outright
branches.
monstrous mother.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Okay, how are none of the neighbors hearing this?
His house is isolated.
His house
remember.
is isolated.
Punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you.
In the forest where no one could hear him
Words
scream.
used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars.
Also, even if he lived in a more busy neighborhood, sometimes neighbors just choose not to get involved, unfortunately.
She'd always
Yeah.
say the same thing.
Sadly.
This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting
Oh,
me
for God's sake.
and me.
What a
Being
charming
naive, dumb
woman.
kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Okay, never mind, Drova. You asking a couple of parts ago, we found a worse candidate for Mother of the Year.
Well, I'm not quite sure she's worse than Raggio, considering all the bad stuff Raggio does.
True,
But yeah,
I guess. It's just that...
okay. She's definitely in a similar tier, though. So yeah, new candidate.
I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for
That's not really how you should take this, George. But
Bizarre psychology, it's bizarrely how psychology works as sort of a coping mechanism, Pedro.
I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
Even
Then.
if it's not right.
Sure.
fool.
Hold on. He's about to apologize to us, actually.
If it
There you
weren't
go.
for me, both Becky and Diane would still be.
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that,
Not
George.
so much Diane.
And even for Becky Dwebs, I would argue he panicked. Okay, it's okay. People make mistakes. Okay, it's not. Yeah, I'm with
Becky
you.
was probably gonna be dead either way, all things considered.
Yeah, considering the way all this stuff is set up, even if he didn't do that, she probably would have died.
tell you.
Whereas Diane could have been saved, but like I said, it seems like she wanted to die, which means there's definitely something more to these murders.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
Damn.
George.
I guess.
boy.
He's canceling it now.
You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here
Yeah.
respect you for that. Nobody can.
I
blame
guess
you
in the
for anything.
beginning he just didn't want
Thanks.
what control he actually managed to gain in his life to be taken away.
And
Yeah.
now we
Very
can
good,
see
Shiro.
why.
There you go.
Hey, just like I said, under that big skin, he's a real softie.
Oh, look, it's Carol. So, Carol, how you doing?
Again, at this rate, Carol may want to watch her back.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
That's a
We've got
conversation
Nick in
opener.
custody as a suspect.
Hello,
Yeah.
your friend is dead.
And your sister is dead too.
Well, actually, that's Carol. Carol is Thomas's sister. She's not related to Becky.
From Diane, didn't you? A locket would.
No, Diane.
Oh yeah, Diane. You're right. Yeah. Well, actually,
I can't see the mark. You turned your picture the one grey round.
well, actually, Jova, Diane is Becky's sister. Not Carol is unrelated to Diane.
What the?
Yeah, Carol is not very much of a speaker. I see.
I guess not. She seems to be taking this death of two people she knew very well rather well.
All right, and now here's the.
culprit.
All right, and this is actually the theme song of the game, Miss Stiletto Heels. This is actually the song that showed up in the original 2008 reveal trailer. They actually showed this scene of her singing.
Oh God, what's happening to her face?
Sorry, Jova, but our facial animations aren't the best. So.
Why am I thinking of the Quiet Man?
To be fair, she only played the piano. She
This game is actually comprehensible. So.
And I'm actually having a good time.
You don't have to replay it 3 times to understand it, I hope.
Oh, wait.
Despite some of the heavier themes, I'm actually enjoying this.
Can you imagine if the Quiet Man took place in the same universe as
Well,
this
this
game?
is
It turns out that Dane was actually the raincoat killer.
Well, this is a horror mystery. It's supposed to have darker themes and scenes. So.
Well, that's my point, though. Technically, theme-wise, this could fit with the Quiet Man, seeing as how that also has its protagonist.
Yeah, but the Quiet Man is a miserable time.
Yeah, also Jova, the Quiet Man took itself way too seriously. This one, at the very least, has the moments of levity.
No, this game is actually self-aware, as we've seen. We even had
If the Quiet Man was more like this, it would probably be better.
Probably. She was a quiet dame, that one. Watch as she sung with the mouth flying through like butterflies sailing through the air.
I actually like the.
Listen to the song.
I actually like the song. It's very soothing. Again, they actually did a really good job with the soundtrack. Actually,
do we know which of the 3 composers specifically composed this one?
You actually already searched and even told us what they did in the previous part too.
No. Do we know which of the 3 composed this specific?
Oh, this one. Let me see. I don't think my soundtrack rip has it, but I'll check still.
Well.
So, Georgie.
That was an interesting song.
Do you want to go home, or maybe you've had enough?
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Oh?
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
As in, she looks gorgeous.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Yeah, she is dressed as nicely enough.
Yeah, that's very dressed up for the pub.
Relax.
Yeah, maybe you got the wrong place.
Pardon me.
Wow, she came up dressed especially good for a bar of all things.
George, I just
Hold
got
on.
here and you're walking out
Okay,
on
so-
me. I was hoping the 3 of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
Oh, we already did that, Emily.
I think
already had enough.
I think George understands what's going on and doesn't want to be hurt.
He can read the room.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not even just that. Like he himself said, he thinks he's already had enough drinks by this point. So.
Right.
Watch out how you're driving, Georgie.
Don't worry, Taylor. He'll just use fast travel.
George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
Oh boy, I can't wait to figure out what that is.
She's gonna tell us now, actually, so you don't have to wait.
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town.
Wow, York didn't even have to say anything to convince
Oh,
her.
boy.
I never really considered him
Oh.
my type.
Considering he looks older than her,
Thing, too. I
yeah,
respect
that
him,
too.
of course.
To be fair, it may just be the looks and not the actual age.
To
that
be
we're
to be
thinking.
fair, Teo, 18-year-olds can be still in high school, so maybe it is technically possible to be on the level.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid. Always.
An Aykroyd?
Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now.
A lot of deadbeat dads in this game.
Well, okay, to be fair, her dad was more the kind who had to work a lot to support his family.
Yeah, one was a
as opposed
workaholic,
to-
not so much abusive.
Yeah, or a dead.
Although he was at least neglectful.
Sure.
She could be fierce too.
At least her mother was there and supportive.
Yeah.
We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Past tense?
Yeah, she's gone now.
She did.
Cancer just before I graduated high school.
Damn.
Yeah, it's always cancer.
She died. I take
The number one used disease by writers.
To be fair, apparently real life likes
sure
that
she's very
cancer
proud of
cliche as well.
Oh, no, I'm aware of that, I'm aware. Well, at least we let off some steam from all that tension, so that's nice.
So, Emily, when will you be joining the
I had a
Disney
good time
Princess
tonight.
Club of Dead Parents?
See you tomorrow.
Oh.
Yes.
Hmm?
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Alright, see ya tomorrow, Emily.
Shame that Thomas didn't much to say.
Well, Teo, who knows? The part isn't over yet now, is it?
Seems York isn't quite as good at reading the room.
More like, well, yeah, I guess. I guess he's more good as a listener than anything.
Don't worry, Teo. He also has a backstory to divulge, just not yet. Like 5 minutes from now.
York, why are you driving on the park?
Because I'm FBI. Because I'm FBI. I'm above the law.
Oh, no.
This is abuse of power!
Oh, there you go. Let's focus on the good.
The murders with the red seeds. Officially, the Bureau has not made a statement about these seeds.
Oh, so it's being kept under wraps.
But after the red seeds were found in a Boston homicide, I've been unable to get them out of my head. I've even gone through all of the files for similar cases, and we found 7 other homicides related to the seeds. The victims were all young girls, and they were killed in 8 different states. They arrested all 7 murderers, but there was no connection between them. However, it was not overlooked. There was one thing linking the cases together, and that's the red seeds.
So there must be some greater villain masterminding all of this crap.
Well, let's just do what we can do and do our best.
I wonder, has there ever been a case where more than one woman was murdered in the same state? Because now we've had 3 in a row.
You just said it, 7 in different states each. The thing is, this is an unprecedented for the record of the case itself, because now we're getting 3 in rapid succession in the same place.
Maybe this place is the home base of whatever cult's behind these murders.
Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll find out.
Why are you grinding the rail, York?
This is not a Sonic game,
Or Crash Bandicoot 4.
which I've heard is very, very good.
Okay, it's fun to play, but it's a nightmare to 100% or
Oh no, I've heard
106%.
people complaining
All
about
right.
it.
I've been hearing a lot of...
Report of the day.
I'll talk more later.
Sure.
Alright. Let's report back to HQ, which also translates to a recap for the audience.
Well, transport to them Resident Evil style with the typewriter.
Have you have enough ink ribbons, York?
I think so.
Zach, let's go over our progress. From what
Recap time.
Yeah.
Shit
and the
happened.
sketch
We just saw everything.
Well, I'm sorry, Zach, but I don't think that's going to look very well in the report to our bosses now, is there? So
Also, they didn't have any laptops to give when I was in school learning to touch type, so they did actually give me a typewriter.
no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed.
What year?
yeah, Nick.
Early 2000s.
Oh my
So
god.
so Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed.
I quite like the thing, actually.
Was struggling
Yeah,
to
you
get
know,
the arcade.
there's a little something to be appreciated about good old
Yeah,
typewriters.
this is the other puzzling thing. Nick seems to be the number one suspect for this, but I just can't picture him doing it. It seems way too much of a red herring.
Not only
I
that,
believe
but
he's an unwilling accomplice, at least.
Let me
True,
put a-
there was a point where it looked like he was also in a,
So, what's
a trance state.
So what's the difference between Diane's murder? We found her right after the crime,
Diane,
as in she was still alive.
this suggests that very little time had passed since the crime.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which also meant that the killer must have not been that far away.
Close by.
Exactly.
Yeah, there. Damn it.
There are two possible
Well, Taylor, remember this. The dark screen kind of implies that this is supposed to be, inside our minds anyway. So, the orc is literally right now in your mind, Taylor, telling you all this.
Yeah.
that was Kason.
Get out of my head.
They're really hinting at it being Kason, though.
Even the photo profile looks creepy.
And the statement came out as follows.
Is Kason the flower dude?
Physical.
Yes.
Yeah, the
The
I
sapling
feel like
salesman.
I feel like that's too obvious, though, because we have enough of the story left, I'm guessing.
That's pretty much what I said. Also, I mean, the guy who sells trees just happens to also be the killer whose MO is red trees. Like,
They're gonna focus on him for a while, and then we're
Yeah,
going to get
footsteps.
the second twist of
Possible.
who it actually is.
That's it.
So yeah, he said he heard the sound of boots passing by, and Nick was wearing boots.
Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Mm-hmm.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
you know,
Yes,
both.
no, I don't know. Great pictures to represent that.
Unless it
don't
really is
know.
him, and they're counting on us not believing it because it's so obvious.
Oh, I just did in a report too.
Large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach.
That's the thing, though. Both Nick and Kason do seem like obvious suspects, but suspects that would just make it too easy.
Yeah, there's also the locket that Carol still has. Yeah.
The man with the tattoo.
Let's think about it right now. If
Is there
these-
anything in the locket? Like a photo?
Well,
or
remember,
something?
Shiroi. Diane took the lock. Sorry, Carol took the locket from
Wait a
Diane.
minute.
Must be for some reason.
You know, now that I think about it, the only way Kason or Nick could be the killer is if it turned out that, say, Nick was the one who actually locked Kason into the cellar to make it look
All right,
like Kason couldn't have done it.
and now we're about to get one of the most important cutscenes in the game.
All right.
And he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
True, he did. Yeah. Oh,
Eh?
Huh?
Who could that be?
Oh no, there's a bang.
well, there's only one way to find out.
Look for the peephole, don't just open the door.
Oh, hi,
Oh.
hi, Emily.
Emily, do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
You want some company? Sure. All right. Let's talk.
My mother was.
All right.
From opposite ends.
All right. And now York's backstory.
Always smiled so brightly. Big cakes.
This
cookies
music.
every day.
Well, it's a
let's
cheerful
listen.
it's a cheerful story, as you can see.
Thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me. and he was hardly ever.
Ah.
The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use
Interesting
chemical
painting in the background there.
And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Aw, you're following in your father's footsteps.
Hold on, this is important.
Shoot.
Oh, you want to ask us something, Emily? Should?
Mind if it's something personal?
Fire away.
Go ahead, Emily. What is it?
Who's Zach?
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, snap!
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah. He's my only friend.
What kind of person is he?
Well, I've never seen his face. But he's always with
Oh
me,
dear.
and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
Oh boy. Alright, let's listen.
I was 7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room. This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist. Even if it means losing someone that you love. When I came back to my senses, they were both dead.
Oh.
He shot my mother.
Oh.
Then killed himself.
Murder-suicide.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time.
Oh god, Zach's a coping mechanism.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together. Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer.
Happy to help, York.
And here we are, working together, getting through things. This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
Don't worry, York, it's cool.
We're good.
Nah,
Okay.
it's okay, Yorick, you know. Sometimes it's good to let other people
I
know.
don't want you to take this the wrong way, but I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
I know.
Let me guess.
Even if not a good one.
What if his
There's still a
father?
reason.
What if his father was the raincoat killer?
He's dead.
Well,
Dead,
sure.
Joe.
Since when that stops some people in this game.
Yeah, sure. May I remind you that the main villain of Trials and Tribulations dies after the events of the first case, but that doesn't stop Dahlia now, does it?
Well, this is a supernatural game, so I
Yeah.
guess.
Over, how dare you spoil a 16-year-old game?
I couldn't save Diane.
That's okay,
What did you
York.
just say?
Oh.
Useless?
Let's consider this, though. Every time we've seen the raincoat killer, it's been in a supernatural setting of sorts, so...
Oh, come on,
That
Emily.
does-
He's not that cocky.
Finally, you noticed?
it's,
You're a little slow, aren't you?
You're too slow.
Oh.
But not useless.
Alright, good talk.
Zach.
Okay, so York has a bit of
York,
tragedy in his
remove
life.
your shoes before getting to bed.
Anyway, I think it's more.
Or even
serious
getting in the
situation
room
than
for
we
that
think.
matter.
Do you remember our conversation?
York, smoking in bed is one of the most
Hold on.
common ways to cause fire.
I think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
Oh crap, Emily likes us.
If that's the case, Sam,
Should we take her out to dinner?
this is a very serious situation indeed. Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Sure, York.
Okay then.
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on!
Dwebs, feel free to use your typical piss-off response like you usually do.
Alright. Well, is there a character coming up?
No, as in to what he's saying, to what Nick is saying.
What's with the echo?
What?
Well, you should have thought about that before you did whatever it was I threw you in there for.
There you go, that one works. Good job, Dwebs. Also, what kind of cell number is that? XYZ201?
And I told you, my name isn't Thomas, it's Timmy.
Timmy.
But sir, what of Tiny Tim?
What the fuck?
I'm trying to work here. And you're yelling in the corridor.
Okay, that was a cutscene, yes.
Alright. In the meantime... Oh, Carol.
Wait, what?
What?
I am very confused.
That's a picture of the killer right there. Oh, and there's the locket.
Oh, dominatrix outfit.
Okay then. And that was the end of episode 2, part 2.
She just got real.
Have several questions.
Well, Shiroi, we can't tell you right now because, you know, like, we have to keep the suspense in. We'll explain in due time.
And we get $330.
Well, dude, we've got $10,000 right now, over $10,000. That's not bad.
Yeah, great. You can use that to get the to pay the mortgage on your house for the month.
Okay, I'm not even kidding. When I first played this game, like it just felt so heartwarming to me to hear York talk so warmly about me, you know. Like and no, that's the thing. The game does such a great job in making you like the York, and just, you know, and the various and all the dialogue you hear with him, you know, the movie conversation, and it all builds up to just this bond between the player and York, and it's just become so heartwarming, at least to me, that I'm York's coping mechanism, basically.
There's also the fact that Emily asked the question not in a derogatory or mocking way. She just genuinely potentially curious, but wants to respect what, you know, York thinks of Zack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, well, considering how he met Zack after a murder-suicide between his mother and father, yeah, I think it's best to respect his relationship with Zack.
Oh, she doesn't go like, oh, get help or something like that. No, she seems... She understands what to do and what to say.
Yeah, indeed.
Also,
right.
seems to be doing quite well. So
Yeah.
This is what's great is that this is a gamble. This was a great gamble on part of SCWRM Go. Like, because this kind of thing can only work. Like, in order for this thing to work, the audience has to love, and I mean love the hell out of the main character. And York is so incredibly easy to love.
Without spoiling too much, there's a GameCube game called Button Titles that does something slightly similar to this, but not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
But all in due time. Alright, so we'll continue the investigation in the next
So yeah,
part.
everybody, we'll start episode 3, where things are about to heat up, Zack.
Oh boy.
Like they haven't done that already.
Well, we're gonna heat up even more. All right, see you then, everybody.
See?
Yeah.
See ya.